Gentlemen, excellent to be back with you on MGTOW Money. Today's topic, he took the God pill. Will you? Before we get to that, thanks to the ongoing support from the Patreon investors in this channel, and welcome Jose, the newest member of Patreon supporters of this channel, as well as I want to thank those guys who bought me a cup of coffee via PayPal, Bitcoin on the last video. Men, see the video description today. Become a supporter of this channel. Before I get into today's topic, also check out the link in today's video description to an audiobook. The book title is Bang by Roosh V. You'll understand the context in just a second. All right, on to today's topic. He took the God pill. Will you? This man that I just mentioned just a few moments ago is very well known, I think, within the sort of manosphere PUA community. He wrote 10 or 11 books, this man, Roosh V. And he has taken, quote unquote, the God pill. As he has now publicly stated, evidently, he has chosen to reorient his life towards a path of spirituality and seeking wisdom through God, and he doesn't want to engender any more discussion of casual sex and picking up women, etc. And I think this is a good thing. I'm in no way, shape, or form denigrating this. And some of these ideas specifically apply to you, as I'll get to in just a second. And furthermore, I want to say, just as a man can go from a sinner to a saint, and again, I'm not editorializing that he was a sinner or now that he's a saint, but you can, if you'll listen carefully, you can go from being dead broke, as I did, to achieving FU money in your life. And I've got 3 ideas, though, specifically for you about moving forward with your life, because that's what it's all about. 1, men, I don't care whether you're 15 or 75, and we've got men of that age who are on this forum. Change is symptomatic of learning. In other words, here, I'm going to take the burden off you. It's okay to change. It's okay to change your politics. It's okay to change. Well, let's see. I was an atheist yesterday, and today I'm a fundamentalist, whatever it might be. It's cool. Whatever, man. If for example, I don't want to be a MGTOW anymore. I want to be a tradcon. Or I'm going to join the Amish. Fine. Do it, man. Whatever. You're leading your own path. It's okay. I think a lot of those paths, based on my experience, based upon feedback that I've gotten from other people, and furthermore, again, if you just read over some of the comments in the 180 some odd videos that are on this channel, you will find that the path to MGTOW, that a man staying MGTOW, is, in general, the best way to a reasonably happy life. But let me be clear here. Don't be boxed in by labels. I'm going to get into that in just a second. Remember, there are always going to be people who are going to be trolling you, who are going to be saying, don't do this, or you should do this, etc. Ultimately, these are bitter and sad people. And at the end of the day, you know what? The only person that cares about your life is you, period. Next, get out physically. I've talked about this before, men. Hit the road. Go somewhere. Even if you're going in your own hometown, whatever, start getting around other people. I, for example, recently have spent some time around some very poor people. I'm defining very poor in this case as being people that are living on $5 to $10 a day, who literally do not have flush toilets, who are what I perceive as living under primitive circumstances. That is their life. And oh, by the way, they're having to still work every single day, 8 to 10 hours a day. By getting around this type of situation, by being around these types of people, it will shape you. Whether it just happens by accident, whether it's just happening subconsciously, these types of things will change your perception on things and will expose you to alternative points of view, which I highly encourage you to do. Men, I highly encourage you, go seek out alternative ideas. Look, if you're an atheist, you need to start getting around some people that are fundamentalist Christians. You need to get around some people who are fundamentalist whatever in their particular religion or whatever it might be. The point is, you start learning to steel man their side, their argument. You at least say, yeah, I know where you're coming from. I may not agree with it. I may not embrace your idea. Hey, Mr. Jordan Peterson, I get it. I know where you're coming from when you're talking about how marriage is extremely important and having children is sort of the ultimate in life, etc. I get it. I understand where you're coming from. I don't necessarily agree with it, though. I don't accept it. I think that there are ways that men can achieve happiness and fulfillment and meaning in other ways other than going through that, quote, traditional path, as I term it. Next, the midlife crisis, men, is real. Don't be surprised, men. Late 30s, early 40s, not surprisingly. This guy, Rushvi, that I just mentioned, Mike Cernovich, I know some of you probably follow him, I think is going through something similar. He's about 40. I've seen this with other men. When you're around 40 or so, men, don't be surprised if you don't have some sort of serious change in your life. Again, that's okay. It's all right to change. You can always say, you know what? I went down this path. This is not for me. I'm going back to where I was before. Lastly, this is most importantly for young men. You are not who people say you are. Listen carefully, young man. You are not some label that some person is imposed upon you. You are not ADD, ADHD. You're not a slow learner. You're not, you're fat and therefore you can't do it. Or you're not athletic. You'll never do anything. Look, listen to me carefully. You can achieve the best yourself because that's who you're competing against. You're competing against the guy from yesterday, which is you. And today, you're going to be a better you than you were yesterday. Stop taking on these self-imposed labels. Again, speaking from my own experience, obviously I'm an older man. When I was a younger man, I took on a lot of self-imposed labels. And correspondingly, it affected my behavior, not in a positive way. I did a lot of stupid things. I did a lot of things that I regret. I wasted a lot of time and money. That doesn't have to be you. You can stay focused. You can take on labels like, I'm smart, I'm moving forward, I'm going to save my money, I'm going to get FU money at a young age. That can be you. You can move forward with your life and achieve great things at a young age. I get it. You want to belong. You want to be part of the group. You want to be part of the gang. I was there. I was part of the quote unquote scene, if you will. And that was a term that was used back in my day. The point is, I get it. It's comforting to be there. But men, you're going to move forward to the most important thing that you can get, which is FU money. Because once you got FU money, you know what you got? You got your freedom. And you can do what you want, where you want, with whom you want. And you can get it at a young age by just staying focused and using the tools that I've talked about in the videos prior to this one. Finishing. Men change equals learning. And when you're learning, you will be changing. It's not a possibility. You will be changing. You're going to be taking in new information. You might be changing your behavior. You might be changing your thought process. The point is that you're in a single player game where you are improving your performance every single day. And even if it's just a small little amount, that's what I'm trying to do. Just 1% a day will have a massive amount of change compounding over, obviously, a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year period. Do that minuscule amount every single day by staying focused. And you know what you'll get? You'll get the rich life that you deserve. Gentlemen, as always, hit the like button if you found this profitable. John Galt, out.